Thank you so much for still staying with us on Tea or Coffee. Have you followed us yet on social media? You can follow Tea or Coffee on Instagram at Watch Tea or Coffee, and you can follow High Impact Television at High Impact TV and at High Impact TV UK. I did say earlier on that we were talking about women empowerment and how the role of women in society should not be underemphasized or how will I put it now, neglected, so to speak. And I had earlier on Yeti, that's Yetunde Ogunubi, she's a PR consultant, and we had a few time looking at the conversations or the comments that people sent in to us about their thoughts on women empowerment. But in this second half of the interview, I have somebody else on sit who would be looking further into, because Yeti, before she left, did mention that it is very, very key to acknowledge women. Now, it's one thing to empower women, but how do you ensure that it continues, that it is sustained? It is to recognize when you tell women, oh, do this, and they do it, and they do it to a perfect T, then it's best to actually recognize those efforts so that it will encourage continuous effort, and then it would also spiral down to other generations of women coming behind. So this morning, I have seated with me in the studio Tewa Onosanya. She's a publisher, author, and mindset stylist. She holds a BSc in pharmacology from the University of Portsmouth, UK, and a diploma in fashion journalism from the College of Media and Publishing, also in the UK. And she has a certificate in mindfulness from Udemy. She's the founder of the Exquisite magazine, a fashion and lifestyle magazine for the unlimited woman. And of course, she founded an only female award ceremony called the Exquisite Lady of the Year, Eloy Awards Foundation, aimed at sustaining women empowerment by celebrating and empowering women of excellence in different fields. She has won several awards internationally and in Nigeria, and probably she would win a Tea or Coffee award this morning. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, Tewa.
Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you. So earlier on, Yeti and I were having a conversation about women empowerment. I want to believe that you were in on that conversation because that was the theme we kept talking about on and on. And there's something that strikes me because, you know, while we were talking earlier on, I did tell you that I wanted to write something.
Yes.
And then it stemmed from the conversation of women supporting women. Let's start from there. What does how does that translate in the real world?
In the real world, okay. Sometimes I feel like women supporting women is nice to have on paper. But in terms of action, it takes a little while for it to be actioned, so to speak. Even though women are supporting women, because a lot of things that I have done, I mean, I've found, you know, out of maybe 100, I do have a good number of women that have supported me in my growth, and I'm supporting a lot of women as well. But I feel like we need to do more. More than just say it, that, you know, it's a nice to say thing. It's, yeah, women supporting women, but it's actually good to take action on it. And I want to also, you know, say that it's very, very important that when we think of women supporting women, we're not thinking about me supporting the person I know or me supporting somebody in my clique, but me actually supporting other women, people that I don't know, but to help them, you know, survive or, you know, thrive in whatever they're doing as well. So that's my take on women and women supporting women. I feel like it should move way beyond writing about it, but actually taking action towards it.
Now, for some people, when you hear the word women supporting women, or, oh, we are taking action, we're supporting women, they think it is just about organizing maybe a skill acquisition class and then that's it. And then you hear a lot of, and there's a lot of money that goes into these small projects, you know. Oh, we're empowering 50 women from Makoko, we're empowering 50 women from Ilupeju, you know, and then you see a lot of buzz about it. Then at the end of that program, in fact, if you do attend some of those programs, you realize that there will be one speaker up there just talking theoretically about, oh, you can build a snail farm, you can build a mushroom farm, you can do this. And then after all of that, we can't see any impact from those things. So what is the place of sustaining? Because it's one thing to say, well, I have skill acquisition classes.
Yeah.
You know, but what's the plan for sustainable growth?
Sustainable growth. It has to be intentional, actually, because yes, a lot of things can be done in terms of, oh, let's organize a conference or let's do a mass skill acquisition program, blah, blah, blah. But what happens afterwards? You know, as human beings are, we need to be nurtured in a way. That's what I think anyway. And I look at things from, you know, from like a child's eye perspective. Because if you're sustaining women empowerment by providing skills acquisition and blah, 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 what happens after that training program? Because really and truly, people, in as much as we need to motivate ourselves, we still need that extra, you know, push or, you know, extra, okay, this is what you should be doing, and somebody helping you to do that. I'm not saying babysit for the rest of their lives, so to speak, but at least have something, have a process in place that would make sure that these people are doing what they're supposed to be doing for their businesses, which is to benefit them anyway. And that's what we do at the Eloy Awards Foundation, because it's not enough to just empower people. We have to find a way to sustain this empowerment. And the sector we chose is the MSME sectors, because, I mean, small businesses are the economic backbone of any country. And for women, for businesses to stay and scale for more than, because, you know, businesses, there's a stats that say 1 to 5 years, businesses die.
Yes.
And we want to be able to, you know, let go of that stats and make sure that women's businesses are being sustained. Because when you empower women, you empower generations to come, and we want to keep that. So I feel like in as much as different things are being organized, there needs to be a follow-up. It can't just end there, because after the training, then you get deflated, and then you're just there thinking, and then when you
What
think
next?
something is not working, you're not finding ways to, or areas where you can have access to information. I mean, we talk about all of this at the conference as well. So it's exciting that that's coming up. So there needs to be a follow-up. There needs to be some form of continuity as well.
Now let's go straight into Exquisite Lady of the Year Foundation.
Yeah.
Why did you start that foundation?
Why? So when we started the Eloy Awards, the Exquisite Ladies of the Year Awards, it was just, I won't say just, it was an avenue to celebrate women of excellence in different fields, because we realized that not many women were being celebrated, and not many women know that women are doing well in different sectors.
Fields, yes.
So we wanted to highlight that fact. But on our 10th year in 2018, we decided to move it a little bit further from just celebrating women and just doing an award ceremony and conference to making sure that we're sustaining women empowerment. Because the aim of the Eloys is to empower people. So when you empower people, how do you sustain that empowerment? That's how the foundation was set up. So the foundation is, okay, you're a businesswoman, woman in MSME, yeah, we're supporting you with information that you need to grow your business. We're supporting you with information to get affordable finance, grants. We're supporting you with with mentors as well. So you have somebody that's acting like a big sister in business or big brother in business that is helping you weather your storm in your business. And this is also partly because when I started Exquisite Magazine 18 years ago, I'm sure you read in my bio, I'm a pharmacologist.
Yes.
I'm a pharmacologist. I have no training in business, or, I mean, I think from a science perspective. And so when I started Exquisite Magazine, because obviously I had this desire for it, and I was excited about, I love fashion, I love writing. I thought, you know, let me do this. And I had no formal training in journalism or anything mass comm or publishing or things like that. So I struggled a bit. So what we want to do on the foundation is, yes, you might not have the knowledge, but we don't want you to struggle. We want you to be able to leverage other people's experiences. So you're not starting from way, way bottom scratch, but at least you're starting from somewhere where someone had been before. And it leads swiftly into what we're talking about at this year's award as well, that when she wins, you win. So when I win, you win as well, or when you win, I win, because whatever I'm learning or whatever I have learned, you can feed off me to get your information to make sure that your business is thriving as well. And that's the big aim of the Eloy Awards Foundation.
Let's talk about the awards this year.
Yeah.
So earlier on, outside, you and I were talking about criteria and how we decide, okay, who's
winners,
who's winning, who's, you know. Let's talk about criteria first. And then I want us to look at the conference this year, how it's going to be packed, and then, of course, the categories for awards. So let's start with criteria.
Right. Okay. So with the Eloy Awards, we have big criteria that we look through. And I say big because the criteria means a lot to us. And I might not say them in order, but integrity is key. For you to win an Eloy Award, you have to show some form of integrity.
Yeah.
Fair enough, we might not see it 24/7, but at least with the way you've handled yourself over the Eloy period, which
Yes.
Eloy periods are usually, so it would have been August last year to August this year. How you've been within that year. So integrity matters. Your character as well. Character definitely matters. You know, it goes in line with your integrity. And then leadership, direct or indirect leadership. Are you influencing people in a positive way? People you know and people you don't know as well. You know, how are you interacting with these people? Those are the kind of criteria we look at. And accomplishments. So we have to see, like, with your track record, you are consistent, you are dedicated. Those are some of the things that are very important to us. I think there are about 5 or 6. I can't remember how many I've mentioned, but, you know, those are the things that we look through, even though people do vote for the winners as well. So it's all well and good that people canvass for votes and get people to vote for them, but we still look at the criteria. We still have to look for the criteria, look through the criteria, because it's important for us to put winners out there that other people can be inspired by, and other people can be aspiring to be as well, because it's very important we set precedence for the fact that women are doing exceptionally well, and this is the track record. You can see it for yourself. So choose whichever one, you know, which of the character of the ladies that goes with you, and run with it to build yourself to become better.
Great. All right, so let's look at the categories for the awards.
I can remember all of them.
Well, I mean, let's touch on some of the ones that we can,
Yeah. So this year we are giving away, I think, 22 awards. And so 16 of them are the ones people vote for, and then we look through the criteria as well. And the other ones are the recognition award. So we have Interior Designer of the Year. We've never had that. We've never had that. So what we usually do with the Eloy Awards is every year we pick and mix, well, we bring in categories, take some out, bring new ones in. You know,
just
like just to spread it across. I mean, if we can give hundreds of awards out in a day, why not? But because we can't, so we choose different categories that we know women are excelling in, or, you know, something new that women are doing. So we bring it in. So now, if you didn't know that women are doing really well in interior design, here you are. Here you go. So there's interior design, there's OAP. We always have OAP. TV personalities, food vloggers. Food entrepreneurs.
Food vlogging is a lot of work.
It's a lot. Of course, it's a lot of work because you have to cook and then do the video. Yeah, so we have food vlogging, we have content creation, we have digital innovation as well. So as the time innovation, it covers tech. It covers tech. It covers, you know, all the different things that you use technology for, the digital innovation that are now happening. And oh my God, there are so many women doing things that blow your mind away, like, you know, creating apps for financial inclusion and, you know, oh my gosh. And then we have the NGO ones, and then we have social entrepreneurs. We have our recognition awards, the he for she.
Okay, what's the E for she, though?
People always ask us, what's the he for she award? So a few years ago, a few people strongly sent us a message that, you know, yes, the award is for women, but what about men type thing. And then we've always said that these awards are for women. But we realized that women can't do, we're not an island. So we, you know, in as much as we're collaborating to help one another, we need to bring the men in as well. So the he for she is a man that advocates for women empowerment or advocates for women. So anybody out there that, you know, fights the cause of women, that doesn't think, oh, women are feminists, they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that. We're not campaigning, you know, feminism or things like that. We're just campaigning for inclusion. We're campaigning for an equal playing field. And a man that supports that is an he for she award winner.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So that's a recognition award, though. It's
yes, it's a recognition. Yeah, it's not the one that people have to vote for. Although we do ask for people to nominate. And then we look through, and then, you know, and this year, I'm excited about this year's one. I won't tell you yet. You know, you know after the awards. But this is somebody that actually inspires me as well, and I've been following for years. And he clearly advocates for women, you know, women's causes, and he doesn't, as long as the work gets done, you know, man or woman, he just lets it be. So I'm looking forward to announcing that.
What I love about the Eloy Awards is the conferences.
Yeah.
They are conversations worth having.
Oh,
They are things that
yeah.
you would ordinarily not come across on a regular day
Yes.
unless somebody draws your attention to it.
Attention
It's
to
like
it.
saying, everybody, we've gathered here for an award, but just before we bring out the glittery stuff,
Mm-hmm.
look here, because this is where the conversation is.
You got it right. Thank you.
So I want us to
Thank
look
you.
at the outline for this year's
Right.
conference. What are the things that we'll be talking about? at the
Okay, so
conference?
this year, I keep saying that, the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of the conference this year is that it's power-packed. Power-packed. Our theme this year is collaboration for sustainable empowerment. So we've been talking about empowerment, we've been talking about how to sustain it. Now we want you to understand that you cannot do this by yourself. You need to collaborate with other people, other women and men. And yes, you're doing something in your field. Don't think of other women as your competition. We are not competitors. We're meant to collaborate, so we're growing together and we're building one another up. You want to say something?
For years, we've been told that any business that runs the exact same idea with yours is a competitor.
We have a wrong mindset. The whole world, I dare say, has a wrong mindset about how we're supposed to do things and how we're not supposed to do things. That is why on the conference, we're talking about the mindset for success. Let me tell you something. Your progress and my progress are on two different lanes. When I succeed, it doesn't mean you won't. It means you will succeed as well. So we're all on different lanes, and it's not a competition. We are all, I can't disturb your growth, and you can't disturb mine. That's the mindset I have anyway. So at the conference, we're talking about the mindset for success, because people need to understand the fact that you need to win in your head first. If I believe that I am on my own lane, nothing anybody else does will stop that.
True.
We'll get into that. So we need to we need to reprogram our minds to know that we are not in competition with one another. When we were growing up, they, tell you about this, oh, do this and do that because you're in, no, we're not in competition with one another. Another thing we're talking about is, I'm going to go through the different topics. Wellness in the workplace. We're talking about how to network as an introvert. Networking for introverts. We're talking about different tools that are there that you can access as a woman in business. We're talking about, when she wins, you win, how to throw the ladder down when you get up there so that other women can come up that ladder as well.
I can see creating support systems.
Yes, creating support systems for women to have access to, because it's all well and good we're talking about these things, but where are they? Let's point women in the right direction to be able to access these things, because it's important. We all need to grow, and it's part of growing is learning as well. So we need to find access to those and point it out to women. That's what we're about.
I got a copy of the flyer, and I reeled out. So keynote address is addressing importance of women collaborating for sustainable development to build ourselves and the nation.
And the nation.
And then there's another panel discussion that I would really like to attend, because it says the art of negotiation and how we can effectively collaborate for sustainable empowerment. So primarily this year, our heavy message for Eloy Awards is collaboration. I want to put you in a difficult corner. Which do you prefer, the conference or the awards?
Both. I can't choose. I can't choose. Oh my God, I can't choose. Because in the morning we're empowering, in the evening we're celebrating. I can't choose. No. I love both. I can't choose. I can't.
So I know also that, that's just me trying to put you in a difficult, don't mind me. Now, I know also that getting an award of this magnitude would not come cheap.
No.
How has it been?
The journey has been, up and down. Yeah, but we're working this, we're weathering the storm. I'm a strong believer of the fact that if you want something done, you would get it done regardless. Even if, it's in tears and sweat and whatnot. So we get the job done. We get the job done. We would like more sponsors on board. We would like more individuals to, to support us, even support the Eloy Sustainable Empowerment Program as well. But, we keep it moving.
Okay.
We keep it moving.
Volunteers also a part
yeah.
of it, right?
We get a lot of people volunteering. And to these year's volunteers, thumbs up. We get volunteers. We get different people that support, both financially and helping out on the day as well. Yeah. And of course, our speakers. I mean, we can't thank them enough because our speakers are not paid.
Yeah,
I don't know if I should say
let's
that.
talk about a couple of speakers that are coming this year.
So we're very grateful. Everybody that comes on board the Eloy train, we're always very grateful for that, because it takes, you being out there, it does take a lot out of you. And we want to be able to not just be seen doing something, but be actually, doing something. And that's very important to us. So we appreciate everybody.
Now let's talk about giving out advice. I know that you're big on, it's one thing to empower, but it has to be sustainable. You have to find a way to sustain it.
Yep.
Now, I know that some other people will be inspired by the idea of the Eloy Awards and will be thinking, oh, I should do something. What would you say to such persons?
Please, our Instagram handle is... My phone number is support. We all need support. We all need that support. So, and support can come in different ways. Yes, we do need financial support, but if you're somebody that, has been in business for so long and you're experienced in different fields, we need that support as well. Because everybody that comes on the Eloy Sustainable Empowerment Program all joins the Eloy network. We help them. Some of them get free legal advice. Some of them get free accounting advice. Some of them get free mentoring session as well. So whatever way we can support one another, we are all up for it.
So one more thing before we go. Eloy Awards is coming up. Eloy Awards and the conference is coming up on Friday.
Yes.
What categories of people are we expecting to attend?
Different women and some men. Women in business, women in careers that want to know how to, take their careers further. Women that, basically, anyone that wants to know how to become better needs to be at the conference. Because we are talking about, this plethora of topics that really and truly, someone said to me yesterday that you can't teach this in school.
True.
It has to be in a space where you're having that conversation. It's a presentation being held. You're able to ask questions. You're able to make notes. And then you make this promise to yourself to continue afterwards as well.
True.
Because, knowledge is power, but acquired knowledge is power. But knowledge, knowledge is power, but the knowledge you use, there's a word I use, is more powerful. Applied, applied knowledge is more powerful. And the network is available for that. So everybody that comes to the conference joins the network automatically, free.
Okay.
Afterwards, you pay for it. They join the network automatically. So all through the year and forever, as long as we have your email address, we're sending you information to just keep you going because it's needed, very much needed.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, Eloy Awards is coming up on Friday. Registration is still open and you can't afford to miss the conference. But I have to go because my time is up on Tea or Coffee this morning. It's been amazing having you join us on Tea or Coffee today. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. But yes, just before I go, social media platforms.
Oh yes, social media platforms.
Please.
Okay, so if you want to register quickly, it's www.eloyawards.com. Eloy is ELOY awards.com. You will find the information to register for the conference on Friday. And our Instagram handle is @EloyAwards.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I can't believe I
you.
almost forgot that. Well, I have to go. Tomorrow is yet another day where we bring a fresh episode of Tea or Coffee. Have a very fantastic day ahead of you. And don't forget, empowerment is nothing if it is not sustained. See you later.